On this episode of Tabletop Continuum, make a stealth roll with advantage to hop on the wagon and listen in on the budding journey of our first Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Postal Karma begin tending to the folk and their party for one more day in a new place to call home as Ankor eagerly waits to see his parents once more. As we say, welcome to the World of Morath. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Tabletop Continuum. This is Tyler.
I'm Austin.
Robin is my name.
Hi, I'm Valkyrie, and I just gotta say, hi, Mom!
And I'm Melissa.
We are getting ready for a new episode of the World of Morath. Unfortunately, cannot join us tonight, but that's completely fine. Yorga will be having her own wonderful little personal problems that will be addressed at a later date. But with that said, where last we left off. After escaping from the dungeons of Malik Banajo alongside a bard named Mayolt, you find yet another bard named Cree in the brush as you venture as far away from home as possible. Learning a bit about the Bardic Guild, the Sentinels of Hugh from Mayold as its former co-founder, you venture at morning to create more distance between you and the guards. When you are afterward led partway by the High Priestess Loch Morstone to the Highland Smithshire. Obtaining new titles such as the Champion of Highland Boxing for one Siobhan O'Clain, or Hullen, you were greeted by Loch once again before she led you to the You're greeted by Loch once again before she leads you to the White Prize and within High Chieftain Posos. As per the chieftain's command, you fight at dawn from the next day, a surprise hitting you as Loch fought alongside him. Yet upon your victory, not only did you learn that Ankor's parents were to be already allowed in for sanctuary, but that, along with a notable bet between the two leaders of the White Prize, the fight was more of a test to see how well you would fare down the line for your adventures to come. Loch proceeded to tell you of a hub for a guild called the Bounty Folk, one that holds many a sub-guild as she beseeched you, ready for a possible initiation to come. But that time will not come yet, as the sun rises again after a long night of celebrating, drinking, secrets, diary entries, and memories. As everyone begins to rise, Siobhan, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, right.
Do remember that you do have advantage considering you are in the same room as Ankor.
Cool. I'm going to take that advantage, and that's a 19.
Wait, she has advantage? I thought it was just a +2.
Oh, yeah, it was just a +2. Derp!
Oh, poopy.
Long
Well,
day
in
at
that,
work.
in that case, that's all right. In that case, it's a 13.
Oh. The night does not treat you well, Siobhan.
Awesome.
You are reminded of a very, very daunting, very bleak, very muted battlefield. In your nightmares, you see swords, falchions, staves, javelins, all perched up in the ground around you like tombstones. You see the occasional carcass, but out in the distance, just barely able to make out silhouettes in what seems to be some sort of halo. You see two very familiar figures in a pose that you never wanted to see again. You see a woman's figure, height, confident, an arm stretched out, hands clasping on the throat of the other individual. Held high in the air, you see a masculine figure in heavy armor, barely able to make out the color given the bright light that's behind them. As when the woman lets go of him and he falls to the ground with a thud, the light behind her and all the light around you goes blood red as the clouds that were once in the sky now seem to turn into eyes as they open, staring down, peering into your soul. You wake up in a cold sweat and you gain 1 corruption point.
Oh, god damn it. I forgot about the fucking Cool.
I'm
Great.
scared to ask what that means.
You'll find out in time.
It's probably fine. It's
I'd-
probably fine.
I'd
I'd
rather
rather
not
sure.
find
There's
out.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
As long as
we're
you have active
okay.
digest.
Nah.
Yeah, only
No.
just 1 corruption point.
Just the one.
Hi, my name's Angus. And this is Siobhan, my corrupted beard. What was that?
I don't know. I don't know what a corrupted thing sounds like.
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful sound. Oh my word. As the rest of you begin to wake up and get
So much.
Anchor, you are yet again waking up to a cute little short party boy with dark red hair in your arms. And Angus, you wake up seeing that Yorgia is very, very much deeply asleep.
I'm going to leave her asleep. And since I am the first one in this room that is awake, unless Kree did not sleep last night, we're good.
She slept. She's probably waking up.
I mean, to be fair, I sleep 4 hours.
Yeah,
that's-
elf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm not playing an elf, which I usually play. That's right.
Yeah, you playing shifter.
Technically.
So what's everyone doing?
I am going to peck my little boyfriend on the forehead.
No. He kind of groans a little bit, like he groans. Trying to think of a good way to describe this, because right now you're laying on your stomach. He is laying on top of you, stomach to stomach. Like you're practically like a Snorlax for him right now.
Wait, I'm laying on my stomach and he's laying on top
No,
of me,
you're
stomach to stomach?
yeah, you're laying. Sorry, you're laying on your back. So your stomach and his stomach are kind of laying, uh, like right on each other.
Alright.
And again, you are practically his Snorlax right now, and it is a beautiful sight.
Badaw.
Do I see Siobhan?
The room is pretty small where you are, so yeah, you do notice Siobhan. You do notice the sweat on her face. How are you faring, Siobhan?
Siobhan sits up, like bolts upright, not a nice slow wake up from sleep. And she's just Ah,
Ew.
no, thanks, Anchor. But I'm okay. Just had a really horrible sleep. Must have been really tired from yesterday's events.
All right.
Great. I will see you all at breakfast then. Siobhan hops up and heads out of the room to find a bucket of water to stick her head in.
As you leave the room, Siobhan, Anchor, you notice a little bit of movement from Corey as he's laying on top of you. He moves his head a little bit, looking at you. I smell bullshit.
Yes, I smell it too. But
As
I do not want to push her too far. She's still a friend.
yeah, I'm I'm just a little concerned. Normally, normally spooks like that don't happen from a fight immediately.
Hmm.
And yeah, I heard everything. I was just faking sleep. And he and he quickly leans and gives you a quick peck on the forehead.
Dork.
Takes one to know one.
Touche.
Anyway, how about we get some grub?
Yes. Let's get some grub.
He quickly hops up, um, getting on his clothes. Cree, Angus, what are you two doing?
Well, since Angus was the first one awake out of the group, he's already downstairs, probably sipping some tea and staring at his journal that he's brought downstairs with him, horrified, and has a quill in hand and bright red in the face is furiously scribbling through portions of his journal.
I'm kind of sad that Angus is in the room because he was the only one who was going to be able to witness me waking up. Because when she wakes up, even though there's nobody around to witness this, I still want to say it.
No, go for it.
But yeah, when Kree wakes up, she's
Oh.
really like when she wakes up, rather than like just kind of hop out of bed like she usually does, she takes a moment to stretch. She like arches her back when she stretches, and then like stretches like downward, almost in a downward dog, but not quite, with her arms just like stretched all the way out in front of her.
Aw.
And she does a yawn and looks around the room and realizes that Angus isn't there. Kinda
As
gets worried. But
as
like
the
sees his
worry
stuff is
starts
still
to
there.
set in,
Yeah.
Cree,
Yeah.
my little kitty.
Yeah.
I want you to roll me history.
History. Oh, okay. Let's see. That's a 16?
Night's the night.
Alright, yep. Cool.
Oh, Lord.
Priya. Let's see. How does she deal with this? It's like Yorga is completely sleep.
Yeah, Yorgia is
She
completely knocked out.
Yeah. I don't. She's not gonna mess with Yorga. She's kind of happy. She's happy to know that Yorga is still here. And like Kree was probably worried for a second, that Angus wasn't in the room, but calmed down a little that, um, once she saw his stuff was still there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's going to after realizing that tonight is the night, she's going to take a few deep breaths, kind of like try and get her nerves under control, quickly brush through her hair, and then head out to see if she can find anybody else. See where Angus went.
It takes you it doesn't even take you a minute to head out. when you step outside, you see that there are still the tables out from last night's celebration, and people are currently out making breakfast for everyone. You see Angus in one of the far tables furiously scribbling in a book.
Cool. She's gonna walk right over to Angus and like kind of like walk up behind him, looking at the journal and say, "What are you doing?"
Angus slams the book shut and says, "Nothing. What? Hi. Hello? Yes. Hello, Cree. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you okay?
Fine. 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 I'm fine.
What? What was that?
What was what?
The thing you were scribbling.
I did some drawings last night that I wanted to get rid of.
Her eyes like widen out. You can draw?
Rudimentarily. I mean, it's not as if it's anything all that good. I wouldn't say I'm an artist, certainly, but I can
Can I
sketch
see?
a bit. Uh, uh, um, this is a new journal. I don't really have anything other than the ones I've already scribbled through, I'm afraid. But when I do some note taking and of some local flora and fauna, I'll let you see some of those. How about
Okay.
that?
Nice dodge. Siobhan, Anchor, what are you
What are
two
you
doing?
doing? Have I found a bucket of water to stick my head in yet?
You have. You don't need
Great.
to roll for that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just pick up the vessel and just kind of no, I don't pick it up. No, yeah, I walk up to it. I do exactly what I said I was going to do and I stick my head in it.
It is cold. It's like, especially at your cheeks and your lips, you notice just how cold it is. However, something strikes you. Your forehead is a little warmer than it should be.
Cool. I very gingerly palpate my forehead with my fingers. Can I take the circlet off?
You can.
Cool. I take the circlet off.
You still feel very much at disease.
Cool. Well, it must not be the circlet then. I put the circlet back on. Um,
The 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 discomfort, and especially from the nightmare, persists. And as you put the circlet back on, you're not quite sure. You feel like you felt something right at your forehead for like a split second.
hmm. Is Anchor in the nearby vicinity?
I don't know. Anchor, did you and Corey already hop out of your room?
I mean, we probably did, and I probably want to at least still check on Siobhan.
Fair enough. So yeah, you and Corey walked out already. You see Siobhan just boom dunk her head in the barrel.
Siobhan turns around with like this really fake smile on her face. Ah, so refreshing. Um, Anchor, do you think I could talk to Loch before we leave?
Anchor gives Siobhan this look like, yeah, I know you're bullshitting, but I won't pry.
Siobhan,
You Siobhan see Corey kind of pucker his lips and look at you, be like, "You got something."
Siobhan gives them both this look that's like, I know I'm bullshitting, but I'm still not going to say anything.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Talking
But
now.
but yes, I was thinking of staying a bit longer. Hope just hoping that my parents show up.
I mean,
I hope so too.
Osos did say that they would be here within a week. Um, How long did it take you to get here? Okay. Do you remember?
Quite a few days, and we were traveling by direwolf, a very
Ooh,
hyper direwolf.
yeah. We should check up on them.
That's a good idea.
Oh, but wait, where are Angus and Cree? He says, looking around. Oh, wait,
Angus,
there they are.
Angus has at this point reopened the notebook when Kree isn't looking and is furiously scribbling again.
As Corey looks at Siobhan and Anchor for a quick moment. Anchor, you immediately recognize the sleazy grin that he has on his face as he is going to attempt to do a sneaky snack.
No.
Oh,
What do you plan on doing?
and okay, that's a pretty good roll. That is a 17 as Corey begins to sneak his way to a specific table.
Hey, I grab on to Corey. What do you
Ah!
plan on doing?
Mm, I just want to see what Angus is drawing, writing, whatever.
Anchor thinks for a moment, then slowly releases Corey.
Until he goes to try and get closer.
Can I roll to see Corey?
Can
Because I
I?
think by this can I
What's
roll
your
to
passive percent? Well, if you want to
passive perception?
actively look,
Well, I
yeah,
feel like at this point, like Cream might be looking around for everybody.
yeah, you can roll me perception.
Cool. 'Cause
Can I
I've
roll
taken like a
perception?
seat near.
If Angus is that paranoid, sure.
You know what? He's pretty distracted. God damn it. Okay.
I got a modified 22.
That's not enough.
Oh my
Corey gets
gosh!
closer. Closer, sneaking behind you, Cree, and getting up right behind you, Angus, as he peers down. You want to describe to me what's in
I
the
don't
journal?
I don't need to. You have a Google Doc that says exactly what's in that journal, so you can take a skim off of that as Corey.
Oh, come on!
If Corey wants to then relay what he sees in there, that's Corey's business, but I'm not about to tell everyone.
I only know as the player. Cree doesn't know, but
Corey
oh my
Corey
gosh.
looks at all of this like he is in a way, in a comedic way, he's kind of towering, creating a shadow over you, Angus, completely unaware. And then, like, as he's seeing this, Anchor, even with the angle of Corey's face, you can see the grin on his face growing wider and wider before he begins to back away ever so slowly, and then go to as quietly as he can, dash right back over to where you were. For those,
I
roll
can't.
me perception to see if you can see this flippin' demon of a man.
19.
Nope, not enough.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
Okay, I have to know what the frick did Corey roll for sneaking? I have to
So
know.
for stealth, he has a +6 modifier,
Bruh.
and last time he rolled an 18. So, including the stealth mod, that's 24. And then this time, he rolled a 17, so 23.
I rolled a 17 the first time with a +5 in perception. And I rolled a 14 the second time with a +5.
Oh
Oh my
no!
gosh.
You were so
Look,
close.
Damn.
fucking
You were so
Kitty Eyes
close.
apparently cannot see Corey. Holy crap.
The one thing that Kitty
Oh,
Eyes cannot see. Sleazy boy.
Corey in stealth
oh
mode.
my gosh. Uh, I can't
Right
wait to
back
see
at
how
your
this plays out.
side, Anchor, just grinning wide-eyed, and he's looking at Angus as Angus is continuing to scribble with the most cocky and cheeky look on his face that you ever have seen.
I can't believe you pulled that off.
I can't believe it either.
I can't believe Siobhan had nothing to say about that interaction.
I know. Siobhan is busy with her own stuff right now. she's
Valid.
she's got her head in a bucket of water.
What did you
Currently
see?
waterboarding herself.
Hmm.
What did you see? Corey?
He holds up a hand, kind of motioning you with a finger to come down to his level.
Anchor sighs and then gets on his knees down to Corey's level.
And then he shall whisper. As what are the rest of you guys doing as I try and send a
Oh,
text?
oh my
I
gosh, you
mean,
can't
to be
do that.
fair, I'm doing fuck all because I have no idea what's going on. I'm just now finishing scribbling
Kree
over
is still looking for
pictures.
everybody. Kree's still just kind of looking around. Does Kree see like Corey and Anchor and Siobhan with their head in a bucket?
Yeah, with how well that you rolled already when you were trying to see where the flip Corey was, you saw the others.
Okay, cool. So basically, it's just like, oh, there's Anchor and Siobhan. I wonder where Corey is. Looks away, comes back. Oh, there's Corey. Wonder where he went. Cool. Hey,
These are my
Angus.
private feelings. Yes.
Hey, Angus. Anchor, Corey, and Siobhan are over there.
Thank God. Hi. Yes. Okay. Good. Slams book shut again. Good. Locks book.
Too late for that.
He doesn't know that.
Nobody knows that. Only Corey, and soon to be Anchor knows that.
God.
Anchor
Here
just
in the
has
bucket.
wide eyes and he goes, "What?"
Corey is just laughing his ass off.
Okay, finally Siobhan looks over and is like, what is going on?
None of your business.
Anchor just holds up a finger like, "I don't want to say. Please don't make me say it. Please."
Oh, don't. It's gonna make it even. It's there's no fun in telling.
All right. I'll keep it to yourself, whatever it is.
I wonder what
as
they're laughing about.
I don't
as
know, but I have a
I'm
feeling
not
they're
laughing.
concerned about it.
I'm horrified for some reason.
I don't know what
Does
he's
Corey.
horrified about
what
now. Now I'm wondering as a player.
Core? I want to say that Corey recognizes this horrified expression as like an expression that Anchor wore when he realized that this human rogue bard that he met in Malik Bonachode likes him. A half orc that everybody seems to hate.
Oh.
Corey looks up at him. Corey looks up at him. Oh, hey, and he just like quickly like stops laughing, tries to bring his arms around you. Hey, what's going on through your head, hun?
I just he would like me. Uh,
Yeah,
I understand as friends, but like that?
hey, I mean, come on, you got me. You thought similar when I told you.
That's
This is gay.
that, that's true, but we, we met we met Angus about a week ago. I've known you
I
for a very
mean,
long time.
emotions can be a crazy thing.
You're right. You're
I
right.
mean, you don't have to talk to him about it now. I would
Or ever.
honestly think it'd be better to talk about it when he feels a little more confident to say it. I mean, I'm still gonna be prodding and poking at him.
All right. All right. I can't really control you on that.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be your little wingman as he gives you a little peck on your nose before letting you go. Ori then looks over to Siobhan. Are you done waterboarding yourself?
Yes, yes, I'm done. I'm done. I think I've
Why?
done all I can
From,
do.
from across the room, why was your head in the bucket?
I didn't sleep very well last night and I had a bad headache. It's something I used to do all the time back in the guard barracks. I would wake up every morning and proceed to dump my head in a bucket of water. It really wakes up the senses and jolts you back to reality.
Deception.
Yeah, I figured.
Gonna roll
Um,
that insight.
do I
Yeah.
do I know this?
um,
Oh, here, let me.
you
I can add more fire to the shitstorm. Anchor knows very well that I used to do this all the time. Wink.
So I rolled an 11. What'd you roll for deception?
I rolled a 22.
hey,
It's like, oh, all right. Well, carry on then, I suppose. I hate to interrupt a morning ritual.
Great. And just to prove her point, she dumps her head back in the bucket of water one final time.
Oh, all right, all right. Well, what are you giggling about over there, Corey?
Corey looks at you and goes, What was that?"
I said, what are you giggling about over there?
I should
You look like
probably say that Anchor's face is red, but he has not recovered from that yet.
Oh.
you look like the cat that caught the canary. Why?
Corey kind of looks to the side for a moment. Just had a wonderful little thought. I'm a prankster on the side, if you will.
Yes, that is
I
true.
I see. And Angus just goes ahead and twists his lock in tighter on his journal.
Corey looks around. Okay, so who's ready to eat?
I
Cree
am.
looks excited for a moment to like eat, and then like a thought like crosses her mind, and she just kind of like she just settles back down.
Free, are you not hungry this morning or something?
No, I'm not hungry.
Are you sure?
I can cook for you if you'd like.
She shakes her head. Not hungry.
Are you trying to are you trying to deceive them
Oh,
right
she's
now?
definitely. Oh yeah, I
Or
definitely need to roll a deception check on that
yeah.
one.
I
And
want to roll to see if I can tell.
roll insight. Those that are concerned for Creely's well-being, roll insight.
13.
Ah, hold on, I haven't even rolled yet. A whole different
Doesn't
thing.
matter.
9.
Oh.
Alright.
Nah. I rolled a 9.
Oh, muscle
Okay,
spasm.
well here's the thing. I rolled really badly, but I have a +7, so that's a 9.
I know
Oh,
you
come
are.
on.
I
So,
rolled a 2, but I have a +7, so it's still a 9.
oh man. So,
guess who had an 11?
And Corey.
What did Corey roll?
Corey got a 17 plus a +9 insight modifier.
What the frick? Why does Corey have such a crazy modifier? Well, okay, no, I can't really say that. I have a +7 in deception and a +10 in performance, so
Bard rogue. Bard rogue.
I mean, I also have a +7 in stealth. So it's like I guess I really can't like say much. But yeah.
Corey looks at you, deadpan, Cree. You need food.
Ankor,
No.
I believe you should eat something, even if it's a
Mm-mm.
small something.
Mm.
I can still
Cree,
cook for you.
will you please eat something for me?
Uh, okay. Only a little bit though.
Okay, alright.
We'll make something light. As
Very
Corey
light.
immediately looks at you, Anchor, like, do the thing.
I'm doing the thing.
Okay. Angus, are you wanting to help?
I mean, of course.
All right. Uh, Anchor, then roll me performance with advantage, considering you have help.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. I have never heard you growl before, Austin.
Holy
8.
No! Was that with
no.
advantage?
That was advantage. I rolled a 6 and a 1.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Ouchie.
Yikes! Yikes! Yikes!
oh, oh
I
no.
really want to reroll.
Quick, do something to get inspiration.
Corey, I will allow retroactively that Corey can give you Bardic Inspiration, which gives you a 1d8.
Add it to the 6.
Add it to the
Oh,
6.
thank goodness. Thank goodness I rolled an 8 with that d8.
Nice, a 16.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
thank God. I am not, never in a million years,
Damn.
eating Cree bad food.
Oh,
Would you like me to take a crack at it this morning?
Please.
Alright.
it, Anchor's a little hungover from last night.
Yeah.
I only had 1, and I succeeded on that Constitution roll. Siobhan should be the one that's hungover.
True. He's not wrong.
That
Which
is
I-
a
Fair.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to make something like really nice. It's not as potent in flavor as you would like, given the supplies in the white prize. I don't really have a lot of spices. However, you managed to um make a really nice um a really nice fish that you cook over a fire, so it has a little bit of a it's weird, but the texture and the light smoke and char from where and how it was cooked is a nice complement with a few of the vegetables that you found to cook for the meal.
Well, then there you go.
Thank
And you managed to make enough for the others as well. Everyone having a serving and a half worth.
Brilliant. Yum.
Kree's only going to take like half a serving. And even
Cool.
then, she's not even sure she's going to eat half a serving.
Angus is watching her to make sure she eats.
Ori is watching her intently.
Anchor's
she's
watching
eating.
since everyone else is worried.
She's eating, but she's very much picking at the food, very reluctant to eat. But like, it's not because she has a stomach, because they've already determined that she was, lying when she said she
Mhm.
wasn't hungry. But she's very much trying to eat very little.
Corey
She's
looks at
she's
Corey.
like kind of staring at her plate like distantly, like she's staring past it as she picks at the food.
Corey frowns for a moment. Is something wrong, Cree?
Hmm? Huh?
You're kind of just picking at your food. Are you? Is something wrong?
I'm okay. Not. mm, I just don't want to eat a lot today.
Something on your mind? You don't have to tell us now if you don't want to. We're just worried.
Thank you for being rude, but I'll be okay.
Okay. And then Corey goes to kind of slowly eating his food, but still keeping an eye on you, Cree, every once in a while.
She continues to pick at it. I don't think she eats a full half serving. She eats most of it, but like she's trying very hard to hold herself back and not eat a lot at all.
Oh. As Siobhan, as you begin to
Yes.
eat your meal, the nightmares slowly flickering in and out of your mind, and it's really distracting, especially when it gets to the point again where for a quick moment you see the sky go red, and when it flickers out of your mind, it seems like for a moment everything else around you is a bit redder in hue than you originally thought. You have to blink your eyes for a moment for this to subside.
Siobhan is sitting there with her serving of food. She kind of like shakes her head almost to, throw the vision out of it. And blinks her eyes and rubs her eyes and looks around at everybody, almost like she's seeing them for the first time because she's, coming out of the vision.
Mm.
Um, and she looks at Anchor. I need to speak to Loch.
All right. Want me to go with you?
All right. Yes, let's go.
All right.
Corey looks at you for a moment, Siobhan. Do you want us to come with, or do you only want Anchor?
For now, just Anchor. I, yeah, just Anchor for now.
All right. Let's go.
You look out of it. Get yourself some water before you go.
Oh, I think I've had my fair share of water this morning. Thanks.
Right. All right. You two take care, okay?
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
We'll do.
And you two leave Corey, Angus, and Cree behind as you go make your way to where last you remember hearing of where Loch was, which was kind of on the edge of where the celebration grounds were. You have to ask around to figure out exactly where Loch is. You come up to a gazebo similar to how Posos's was, but it's adorned with a few more floral kind of bits. You see vines kind of wrapping around the pillars, a few flowers budding, a few mushrooms blooming at the base, as you see a far more refined, far less pretentious looking kind of display of a throne on the inside as mm, as Loch looks at you for a moment. Uh, she also a little bit groggy, as you can only imagine how the sleep of an oracle and high priestess must be, as she looks at you two for a moment. Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Priestess Loch. I'm sorry to wake you or disturb you at such an early hour, but I don't know what's wrong. I just know that something is.
She the You immediately see her head kind of, in a way, almost like click, like that quick of a movement as she looks at you. Her eyes immediately just like staring down at you for a moment. She gets up from her throne, patting down the uh, the skirt of her outfit. Oh, what's going on?
I'm had I had horrendous visions all through last night. Visions of my past, I think, but I can't make out couldn't make out anyone in the visions in particular. And now they seem to be trying to fight with my normal vision. I'm seeing them instead of what's right in front of me.
That I feared this would happen.
You feared, you knew? What's wrong with me? What's going on?
Of course, I knew, unfortunately. I don't quite remember seeing how and why, but out, with what I can make out, this is one of your own tests. Individual.
My own test. Well, all right, tell me what it is and I'll pass it.
It's not so easy. It's not one of physical endurance or anything that we at the White Prize here can really help. It's more emotional, psychological. It's something I don't have power over, nor do I have enough power to apprehend. Either you find a way to console a deity or someone who's more inclined with the arcane, or you find a way to fight it with what you have, because this past night was the start of it, and there's no going back. Not until it's finished.
But what what do I what must I do now? Mm,
Think there's if if your visions were related to your past, then I can only imagine what all there is to think about. Is there something that you've been holding back? Something that you haven't told even yourself?
what could I have possibly kept from myself? Uh,
That that I have an inkling on, but unfortunately, if I were to tell you, then it wouldn't be enough for it to break. You need to figure it out yourself.
Well, great. She throws her arms in the air in an exasperated manner.
Anchor looks at Loch and he goes, Aunt, does she have to do this alone?
Thankfully, she just has a lot to think about. There are some things that, frankly, all of us have locked away, and it takes certain individuals for those doors to be unlocked again.
Siobhan turns to Anchor. Well, looks like you're stuck with me.
Who's stuck with who now? I'm sticking with you.
Good. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I.
And you
Sorry, continue.
and you know what I'm going to say. You can tell us anything. We're your friends.
You're right. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to keep secrets from you in malice. I just don't want to burden anybody with my problems.
I understand that all too well.
They bro hug. Yeah.
If
Pat, pat.
I may.
Yes, pat,
Awkward sibling hug.
pat, pat.
If I may, Siobhan, it may be wise to maybe console your goddess tonight. See if maybe she can get some guidance.
Brilliant. Yes, I don't want to say that I'd almost forgotten my goddess, but yeah, I
Some time.
almost forgotten my goddess.
It's been some time. I understand.
Thank you, Priestess Loch. You've been incredibly helpful.
As helpful as I can be. I wish I could do more.
It's all right. You've got us started. That's what matters.
Good. Now, do know that you are not the only one that is dealing with trifles. There's strength in numbers.
Right. Strength in numbers. I'll remember that.
And you, Anchor,
Yes?
I'm still incredibly proud of you. That was
Thank
amazing yesterday.
thank you, Auntie. Priestess.
Please. I like being called Auntie. I never thought I never thought it would feel like I missed it, even though I never heard it before.
Anchor just smiles gleefully.
Vogue and Alex should be brought back, hopefully in 2 nights. We'll be keeping ear.
Okay, thank you, Auntie.
Not a problem. Now go on, run along. Your friends are probably waiting for you.
Siobhan gives Sketches a light bow as they walk out of the temple.
Anchor does a bow as well and then walks with Siobhan.
Hey, Angus, what are you two doing?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I was doing other things in other places.
You're good.
Noise. All right, well, I'm unmuted. Cree, Cree's probably done picking her food.
How much would you
There's
say that she's eaten?
she of the half serving she grabbed, she's probably eaten about 3/4 of it. Like there's still food there, but like she's very very hesitant to eat any.
Blee blee. Angus, how are you holding up?
I mean, mostly just worried about Cree. Just kind of, are you not feeling well this morning?
Mm,
Do you want to talk to me about why?
She kind of like looks around. How what time is it? Is it still like early morning?
It's still early morning. About 9:30.
Um, n- Not yet. I will later though, just not right now.
Would you rather it be in private?
She nods.
All right, well, I'm no stranger to us having private discussions. Yorga knows about one of our private discussions. Nothing to do with you, everything to do with me, though. Now.
I actually I heard a bit.
Oh, what all did you hear?
Well, most of it. Not all of it, but most of it.
Oh, well,
Just don't.
for for what it's worth, I'm happy that Yorga and I decided to stay.
Don't want you to go.
I'm I'm
Aw.
I'm not quite ready to go myself, but I have some things I need to work out in my own mind.
Cree like to kind of like holds her arms out, asking if it's okay to have.
He kind of sighs, smiling warmly, and like shakily like holds his own arms out and hug me, I suppose, kind of motion.
She quickly just like wraps her arms around Angus and just kind of like squeezes him a little. Not a lot, just like one of those hugs where it's like it's a hug that says don't leave, please.
He hugs back, and the hug is genuine, although the awkward pat on the back during the hug is a little awkward and stilted. There?
Corey, y'all are lucky, has not been paying attention.
Yeah, no kidding. I was
Corey
just
didn't
about
even
to
read
ask
that.
about Corey.
Corey didn't even read that entire journal entry.
No, he just saw
He just saw
the
the
He saw
thing.
ending.
enough.
He saw the
He saw
ending.
enough.
He saw the ending, and he is happy for cannon fodder.
Now I really want to know what was in that journal.
Wow, me too.
I told you.
Oh,
I told
it's
you what
so
Corey
good.
saw.
It's so good. The whole thing is just so good. I love it.
Like, just based on what I've been told, I want to know the rest.
I want to know. I want to know exactly how Corey told Anchor, but we can discuss that later.
Yeah, I'll tell you after the session.
Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
As Siobhan and Anchor, you two come back to the open mess hall where people are still eating. As you see, after a few rounds of breakfast, People are now starting to have a little bit of morning ale.
Do I see Angus and Cree hugging?
Yes.
Siobhan, you see me slowly raising my arms up.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't try and stop it. there's
Oh
there's nothing
no.
that can stop this unstoppable force.
No, you stopped it before. You, but all right. Anchor
True.
here goes into hug the two.
I've had quite the morning. You go on and hug.
All
Aw.
right.
Hugging me from the front or from behind, or what is this hug? I need to know now.
Well, first I'm just looming over with puppy dog eyes, looking at Angus with arms out.
Angus, with the ever so slightest blush, just kind of sighs and opens his arms out like, I guess group hug time.
Anchor joins in.
Grumble, 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 blush, grumble.
Corey is not seeing this. He is digging into food.
Of course he's not, because if he was, he'd be saying some dumb shit.
He would. He would be.
Well, that is enough of that. We can all stop touching me in ways that. Stop touching me, please.
Just a few more seconds.
Kree's kind of trapped
Okay, I'm
by
good.
Anchor, so even if she wanted to let go at that point, she couldn't. But she's very much enjoying the hug. When Angus asks, she lets go.
Anchor, let's go after a few seconds.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go hide a journal from a certain bard before I know he does something.
Anchor just
That
blushes.
sounds like fun. Need any help?
Corey hears this and he tries to hold back laughter as a hand comes up to cover his mouth.
Can I roll perception to see if or no, that would probably be passive.
No,
Would I
you
even notice that?
I mean, if you
Does
active,
Angus notice that?
well, I mean, he just rolled perception to notice, and he got a 19.
Anchor is just blushing red.
Angus, I could help you hide that diary.
Uh-oh. Is Robin?
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Oh, sorry. Siobhan looked over at Angus and was like, "Hey, I could help you hide that diary."
And Anchor was just red, and Corey is covering his mouth, trying to stop himself from laughing.
And Kree is
Please.
confused.
Huh.
Angus just sighs and goes, please. At this point, I'm starting to think that maybe keeping one was a mistake.
Ah, in these circumstances, you might be right.
I mean, a little bit of self-reflection can't hurt.
Yes, but if someone were to read anything from in this, honestly, to steal it from me or to read from it, I I don't know that I would ever emotionally recover from something like that. Anyways, so should I get rid of the journal or hide it? What do you think, Siobhan?
Oh,
You should keep it. That way
I
you
think you
can
should
draw
hide it
pictures.
or eat
Alright,
it.
guys, let's hide it.
Maybe you should eat it or hide it. Hide it is good too.
Hi-
If you eat it, they'll never
Why are
find
you
it.
acting weird? Why are you acting weird?
Sorry, it's
What?
rough morning.
Mm-hmm. I
Just
see.
know that she'll need our help.
Anyways, let's go find a hiding spot. I don't think I'm hungry for book currently.
I mean,
I'm quite full up from breakfast. Thank you.
Deal. Do you need a hand, or I
I
promise
would
I would
love
never
a
read it.
hand.
Perfect. I would love to help.
Ankor just sits next to Corey and pushes him to keep an ear open so that he can whisper in it.
he nods.
All right, I'm gonna be texting it to you.
So they're right in front of Kree. Can I roll perception?
Yes. As with
Let me pull up my
that,
character sheet again.
yeah, an Anchor, um,
Tact.
to actively try and whisper and stop from other people hearing. Mm, stealth?
Oh, I gotta roll
Either
that at disadvantage.
either stealth or sleight of hand. Yeah, stealth. Yeah, stealth might be better.
Yeah, I gotta
Stealth
roll
makes
that.
sense.
I gotta
Yeah,
roll
you
that
got
at
to roll a
disadvantage
disadvantage because you got big armor.
yeah, and it says on my character sheet.
Love how just like you're trying to whisper, lean down to a little 5'4" Barty boyo, just clink clank clonk clonk.
7.
Uh, yeah, I got a 17.
Yeah, you notice. Yeah, you very much notice that Anchor is trying to whisper something to Corey. You
Does she
can.
hear? I need to know where to send the message.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
does hear it because of the clanking of your armor as you came down to Corey's
It alerted
level.
Kree, and then like she just kept listening.
Yup.
It's like it's not that she wanted to pry. It's just clanking noises alerted her, and then the rest just like happened afterward.
So yeah, you can, considering it's related to the campaign, put it in campaign 1, or you can do that. Corey looks up at you, Anchor, just profusely nodding. I
Kree
definitely
kind of
wouldn't be
like
opposed.
Kree looks confused because she has no idea who they're talking about, and just kind of like she just kind of shrugs it off, like, "Oh well, maybe I'll figure it out later." So she doesn't like do anything with this information, just stores it away for later.
So I didn't entirely hear what Corey said because my dad kind of came into the room and started talking to me at the same time. What did you say?
Corey was just nodding a lot. It's like, yeah, I can definitely say that too. I think that'd be really nice.
Aw.
All right,
He seems like a nice guy.
he does.
Oh, nope, fine, going in the gutter. Nope, okay, other subject, please. No, that was actively Corey because he's like, oh no,
Oh,
innocent girl, here, my mind, no, should not articulate. Subject change, please.
Cree, we should probably find that friend that you found before. What was her name again?
Kree kind of looks uncomfortable at the mention of this again.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Corey, do you want to go back to the inn? Is today not a good day?
No, I'll be
You
fine.
okay? You want to? I don't know, play music or something? I mean, we're both musicians.
She's kind of like thinking about whether she wants to say something real quick, but yeah, she kind of like she takes like a deep breath and just looks at Corey and Anchor. As much as I miss Leodin, I don't know if she actually.
You cut off,
You cut
sweetie.
out.
Ah, dang it. As much as I want to see Leodin again, I don't know if she wants to see.
Oh, hon. And Corey immediately, like a caring father, slowly goes over to Kree's side and takes a seat next to her.
Anchor does the same.
Oh,
You want to talk about Leiden for a little bit, or do you want to talk about something else?
mm, Leodin is very nice to me. He taught me how to be a bard.
Hmm.
I actually. She pulls out her pan flute. He gave me this. It's one of my most treasured possessions.
That was really nice of her.
Mm-hmm. To take care of me a long time ago. But I had to leave.
Why was
I
that?
haven't seen her since.
Why'd you have to leave?
She kind of like looks at them, puts her head down, and just shakes her head. Like she's not ready to talk about that part yet.
That's
Understood.
okay.
I, I think music would be great.
Okay. Um, do you want a specific song, or do you just want to wing it?
Do you know any more of Leodin's songs? I want to play one.
Um, I I think I do. Um, there's one that I don't think I can do the. There's one that I don't think I can do the instrumental justice, but I do remember the lyrics a little bit. Um, if I remember
Well,
right, it's called "To the Nightlight."
her eyes go wide. Uh, I don't know that one. She must have wrote it recent.
Uh, my violin is back
Uh,
in the inn. Okay.
sorry, sorry, Ty. You started cutting out real bad. I didn't hear
Yeah,
you
I
were really
Yep,
muffled.
not a word.
quiet because Corey was kind of in thought. He's like, okay, crap, where's my violin? Oh
Uh,
no, my violin is back at the inn. Okay.
I can play one, and
Um,
then maybe if you know it, you can join in.
yeah, sounds good. Sorry, I'm just not 100% confident in my singing voice. I'm a lot better at playing an instrument than I am at singing.
Oh, come on, don't sell yourself short.
Hey, you know that my voice is still not where I want it to be.
That is true.
If
Well, we don't have to play one of the addendums. We can find one that's both. We can do one that has two instruments.
yeah, Problem, my instruments are still back in the inn.
I can go grab them real quick.
Would you?
Absolutely. Anything for you. And I peck him on the cheek.
You see his face go bright red.
Just like his
they
hair.
Just one solid color now.
Okay,
Tomato
that's going.
bard. Ring ring. Flippin' tomato bard. That shall be a thing.
We could have so many tomato bards.
Yes.
Just gotta figure out a way to get them all together and then make them all blush.
Ankor, I'm not even gonna have you roll for this. It's no trouble getting back to the inn. You find um you find both Corey's violin and his set of bagpipes.
I'm taking
Bring the
both because-
bagpipes.
I'm taking both because as much as I want him to play the violin instead, I wanted to give him the choice.
Okay, you bring them back. Corey looks at you wide-eyed as seeing his bagpipes gives him ideas. Wait, are bagpipes okay here? And also, Cree, how good are how good is your hearing?
Very.
Okay, bagpipes might not be a good idea, though we know that my hearing is not the best already because of how many times I've played those.
Yeah. And Anchor just puts his index finger in his ear and twists it around. I should know.
So, as much as I would love to play the bagpipes, let's go the violin instead. And he goes to grab it from your hands.
I
Okay.
hand him the violin.
And instinctively, he goes to like prop it on his shoulder, have his chin on the kind of padding at the bottom, as just I don't know, well, kind of out of nowhere, kind of not remembering the little bit of conversation with you, Cree, and mentioning to the nightlight, he instinctively begins playing the melody a little bit.
All right, so I have to ask because I know for a fact that this little ditty was written after Leodin and Kree were separated,
Mhm.
but I have kind of figured that there would be elements to it that Kree would recognize. Is that
Yes.
okay? Awesome. So once Kree kind of like gets the main melody, she joins in with
Her flute.
her little pan.
Yeah. Um, let's.
Shall I roll performance?
Yes, you shall roll performance, as I will have Corey roll performance as well.
Ooh,
So
juicy.
close.
So I rolled a 19, which makes that a 29.
Same for Corey.
Nice.
Oh my god.
You two are incredibly in sync as the song eventually begins to kind of swerve off course from the original. But you guys are so in tune and working with each other to where you guys incorporate so much syncopation and harmony and
Kree is used to
blending
playing with a
between.
violin player. She learned from one.
Yes, and it shows. You are making wonderful, wonderful music, and out of nowhere, as you and Corey begin playing, you see a just out of nowhere, like Anchor. You notice this orc gentleman, uh, bald, a few scars uh, along his temples. Really harsh, kind of grumpy cat kind of expression. Really burly man coming up as he sees the two of you, uh,
Two
and
tiny
just
rendered bard.
yes, and he just pulls from his side an empty bag, which he quickly opens up, plops it between the two of you at the table, and then plops the coin in before walking away.
Aw.
Anchor nods at the gentleman and mouths thank you. That's to not disturb the music.
He nods before walking away.
Oh,
As
that
you
was
two
amazing.
continue, are you still playing?
Oh yeah,
Roll me
100%.
performance again.
All right. Not as good, but still good. So that's a 23.
25 for Corey. As you two continue to play, you begin Anchor, especially. You notice a few more people kind of walking past every so often, putting in a coin here, a coin there. You're slowly accumulating a nice allowance. Anchor, how are you? How are you feeling seeing your boyfriend and Cree playing together in near seamless harmony?
Like father, like daughter.
No.
Aw!
uh, with that, back at the ranch, Siobhan, Angus, are you
Yes.
still searching for a place to hide Angus's diary?
And really, Siobhan, if you're wanting to know what the perfect fireball really is, it really is in the wrist. Now, you were saying about the hiding place?
Right. I I I think we should hide it. Well, obviously somewhere that they're not going to find, but maybe out out in the open, hiding it in plain sight, somewhere that they would never think to look because they assume it's not going to ever be there.
Mm, does sound like a good plan, but where?
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, what about the wagon? Is there um is there somewhere we could maybe construct a secret compartment? Or if we get lucky, there might be a secret compartment on the wagon already. Who knows?
You can certainly investigate.
I suppose we can check and see if there's one. I don't exactly have a spell that could create secret compartments. It's not really my go-to, unless we want to make it out of rocks.
That's all right. Let's investigate the wagon first.
Very well.
As the two of you make your way to the stables, you see two very, very big, very fluffy dire wolves, as you notice by how both of them seem a little bit brighter in the fur, that they must have recently had a really nice bath. And Moonjumper and Sundancer are looking at the two of you. Moonjumper, immediately you see the biggest smile on his wolf face as his tail just boom, 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 boom. Just if this dog were any bigger, he would probably create an earthquake with how hard his tail wags when he sees you guys.
Oh, good morning, Moon Jumper. You are as rambunctious as ever.
Hi, Moon Moon. Hi, Sunny. Siobhan really smiles for like the first time that day.
Oh, Moon immediately just quickly goes up to you guys and gives you the biggest lick on both of you guys. Sunny just looks at him side-eyed, slightly disappointed, with a very stiff, sitting pretty kind of posture. Moon kind of looks at her like, "Arr?"
Also, that was a 11 to investigate the wagon.
You personally can't find anything quite yet. You do see that there has been a bit of hay added in one part of the wagon that meant to kind of give someone a place to rest if need be, but so far you haven't seen any kind of compartment.
Hmm.
Hmm. Can I
Angus,
roll
would you
for
like to investigate?
investigation as well? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you may.
Uh, hang on. I'm bad at math. Even when it's just adding 3 to a number, I am somehow bad at math.
Oh no.
21.
You notice towards like on the floor of the wagon, you notice one spot that's kind of separated um compared to the others towards the back end of the wagon, right before right before the corner. You see a compartment about um about a foot and a half by a foot and a half of this weird little shape. You don't see any any handle on it or anything, but that's still something.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh,
Well, there's this. Do I have
hmm.
anything that I could wiggle in there? I still have a dagger.
Haha.
I'm going to poke at that compartment with my dagger and see if I can pop it open.
You have the dagger is thin enough to where it can slip in between the the break, and you're able to plop it open, and it looks about um 4 inches deep.
Will this
That
do, you think?
I think it should do just fine. However, before I plop this in there, I he goes ahead and unlocks his journal and tears off a small piece of paper and scribbles a small note that as he relocks the journal and places the note on top of the journal, he just leaves it in there with the journal and it's a snug fit, but it should fit.
Good. And if we put hay over the top of it for someone to sit on, no one will be the wiser.
Well, there's that, and this section right here looks cleaner than the rest of the card. I can always just. And he snaps his finger and casts prestidigitation to soil, quote unquote, that part of the cart so it matches the rest of the filthiness of the cart.
Ah, brilliant.
Now then, now that that's handled, what's going on with you this morning?
Uh, well, I. Mm,
Now, to be clear, if it's something personal you don't want to talk about, that's fine. I admit I don't know you very well, and you don't know me very well. I would like to change that over time, but if today's not the day, that's fine. And I also am just checking on you. You have assisted in the keeping of me and Kree safe on more than one occasion, so concern for you is only natural.
Well, I appreciate it very much. And after talking with Loch this morning, she instructed me that it might be easier to rely on others and not just myself. I I've been having the most terrible visions, especially at night when I sleep. And now well, this morning at breakfast, they're invading my sight. I'm seeing the visions out in the open instead of just in my head. It's getting harder to tell one from the other.
Hmm. I That sounds familiar to me, but I believe the situations are probably a bit different. Um, go on, please. I did not mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, no, that's all right. That's, well, that's pretty much it. All Loch could tell Anchor and I is that I am to embark on a quest of the self to remove whatever is plaguing my mind.
That sounds vague and only mildly helpful. So nothing has changed from oracles.
I know, right?
Like, yes, of course, it does technically answer the question, but that's not like a go down the street and pick up an egg or something. That was a weird example. Why did I use that? Anyways, you get my point.
Yes, exactly. I still have no idea what step I'm supposed to take or what direction I'm supposed to go. I guess I'll just have to cross my fingers and pray that we magically run into the solution somehow.
Leap into the darkness and hope for the best.
Right.
Talk to your goddess.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
duh, right. Sorry. The little voice inside my head just reminded me of something. Uh right. The only concrete thing that Loch did suggest was to talk to my goddess tonight, perform a rite and see what happens.
well, I suppose that can't hurt. At least you only have to pray to one.
True. So I suppose that's what I'll be doing tonight after dinner.
Hmm. Well, if you need any assistance in that, let me know.
Thank you. I will.
Uh, I well, two things. We'll start with the more complicated one first. I wanted to have a conversation with you about something. It's been bothering me that I don't have an answer.
Yes, what would you like to know?
You are the only other compatriot here that is an elf.
Mhm.
Well, besides Mayold, but Mayold.
Mm. Mm.
Um, and I already know where Mayold stands, I think. But what kind of elf are you? Don't worry about me being classist or anything as a high elf. I certainly don't believe in any of that nonsense, but I am curious for my own purpose.
Well, and I've been away from my kind for so long, it almost doesn't matter anymore. Being around you and Mayold, this is the most elves I've been around in a very, very long time. I'm a wood elf, to be exact.
Oh, okay. All right. That that's that is a fact. Oh yes. He is extremely relieved.
You seem extremely relieved.
How dare you? How dare you use one of my moves on me? He goes, yeah, well, what do you know about high elf culture in the Feywilds?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll the dice for that information.
Yes, roll me history.
Yes, thank you. Because Melissa could bullshit a bunch of stuff, but don't want to do that. That's a 14 to history.
Give me some bullshit.
Oh God.
Cool. Oh boy. Okay.
Well, okay. The question is, how much bullshit does she have to give, though?
Oh, true. Yeah. How much bullshit do I have to give?
Basic. Basic bullshit.
Right. I turn to Angus and say, well, I know the high elves are called the highest of the high, and
Uh, oh, go ahead, go on.
yeah,
I can't wait to hear the rest.
w- they have a fondness for the color blue. In fact, the Cerulean Guard are some of the highest trained high elves as far as martial weapons go in the Feywild. And then there's the Azure Patrol, which are the highest mages in the Feywild. She begins to sweat profusely.
I'm
I,
honestly shocked with how much and little you know about High Elven culture
I,
simultaneously.
I just want to say that Kirk is gonna look back at this and gonna hear me laughing,
I
where none of you are
the
gonna
color
hear
blue
it.
the color blue is held in high regard in one of the familial kingdoms, yes, and I he kind of dusts his shoulders a bit, and I don't mean to brag, but I don't believe the Azures are nearly as powerful as us in the Violet Courts, but that's fine.
Oh, oh, I,
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. To be fair, you don't know much about High Elven culture, and that was the question. You did what you could, and that's fine.
she kind of does that, the yes gesture.
This, um,
Uh, sorry, my I'm actually not from a very well-to-do family in Wood Elf society, at least. My siblings were gifted in the bardic arts, the magical arts, and I hit things.
well, there's something to be said about someone who can hit something with a sword very hard.
It seems to have come in handy so far.
Yes, well, I mean, I I do envy it to a certain extent, you know.
I could show you a few things. It's mostly about repetition. Once you gain muscle memory, wielding a weapon gets a little easier.
Well, the problem here is I am very well familiar with things such as repetition. And I am no stranger to, for example, well, hitting things with this staff as he motions to the one on his back. Says, but I did take fencing as a child. I'm no stranger to a rapier. It's more so that I have been very sickly for most of my life. Feats of strength are simply never going to be something I excel in.
Ah, I see. Then that's all right. You just have to excel in what you're good at. And I've seen you do amazing things with your magic, things that I could never, ever hope to achieve.
Well, I mean, you could join one of the wizard colleges if you really did wish to achieve one of those things. Technically possible for you to learn magic even still. All elves, even wood elves, and when I say even wood elves, that makes it sound like I'm saying that even wood elves as lowly is not the case. Although I realize why it's sent. I'm going to stop talking about that now before my foot goes even further down my throat.
Siobhan just like lets out a burst of really friendly laughter. It's just like, yeah, remember, I know where your journal's hidden.
Um, yes, and
Uh, uh, I mean, I sorry, that wasn't supposed to come out as blackmail.
No, no, it's fine. Under normal circumstances, a diary would be something someone could joke about, isn't it? And that sounds like it would be fun if it was something I felt it could be joked about. This, to make something clear here, this journal is more than just my private thoughts. It contains information that I just cannot let someone see. Maybe ever. Uh, yes. So for what is left of my time here, I would like that journal to be left unopened and hidden. Once I am gone from this group, whenever that may be, if the journal is still here, you have my express permission to go rifling through it all you like, for as your reward for helping me hide it.
Deal. But I would hope that we'd be able to rifle through it together
Yes,
because
well,
you're still going to be around.
that does sound optimistic, and I love it if that was the case. I have my doubts, however.
We'll see. We'll see. Mhm.
Hmm.
as as you two kind of slowly end your conversation, Sunny and Moon come up over each of your respective shoulders, kind of looking at you with like, everything good? I mean, they don't actually talk, but they have that expression on their face.
I gently pat Moon on the head, just going, "Please do not slobber on me. Please do not slobber on me."
His eyes close as he gives a wide smile as he sits down.
I ruffle Sunny's ears. We're okay. We're okay.
You see her smile as well as she kind of moves her head a little bit to try and help you get to a good spot behind her ear before when you really start getting it, you see her leg begin to go.
I am delighted. I have found her spot.
Oh, there was another thing that I meant to ask you.
Yes.
Little voice in your head, do you have a name for yours? I named mine Tyler. This dashing fellow I imagined.
Oh, Tyler. That sounds like a much better name. I originally named mine Constance, but no, I think Tyler fits much better. Works with a grocer, I think?
Mm,
Seems to always be there when we need to be pointed in the right direction.
yes, definitely. This sounds totally insane.
You
Mm,
hear
this
just out of nowhere a few kids in the background playing games and they're just laughing up a storm.
shall we? Head on in. We've been out here for quite a while.
Right. I think we shall before everyone starts to wonder.
Anchor, Tree, you two are still over at the open mess hall, and as I said to you in text, Valkyrie,
Yeah.
Corey and Cree end up accumulating a small but still relatively nice allowance as you guys continue to play. It's given all the time that has gone by, it is now early afternoon, 2-ish. So you've had a lot of time to play. You've clearly been told that you've made people's day. You,
Oh.
especially, Anchor, people have come up to you, a few elderly, um, pondering for a moment before saying, "You know, the food that you made last night reminded me so much of of Chieftain Vogue."
The priestess?
No, no, Vogue.
Oh, right. I should know that. Oh, she's my mother.
Yes. And before Postos became High Chieftain, she was a chieftain too.
Was she really?
Yes,
Can I
the
recall
most.
this?
Roll me. Um, roll.
History?
Yeah, roll me history.
I can't recall shit. I rolled a 4.
You know that the
Yeah,
world is
you
round.
remember Vogue being a very humble woman when you were growing up. She's never told you anything about her being a former chieftain.
I I didn't know that. How did she leave?
Well, the long story about that. Unfortunately, the former, the now hermit priest, uh, is still unfortunately very conservative regarding affairs of human folk, and he is a big reason on why Vogue was no longer with us for a time. But I knew she was going to be back. Thank you for letting her come back. I hope that maybe I will live a few days longer to see her again.
I'm sure you will. And can I pat on the elderly folk and try to do a little healing?
Uh, sure. What are you rolling for the healing?
Uh, I'm doing lay on hands pool. The
Ooh,
says I have to
okay.
touch a creature to restore a number of HP or 5 HP, cure a disease or neutralize poison affecting the creature.
Okay. Um, you lay your hand on this individual, like hand kind of gently to their shoulder, and the with the magic coursing through you, going from your shoulder all the way down to your hand before it disperses across this person's shoulder, you can't help but notice a little bit of life restoring into this person's eyes as they widen for a moment, a little surprised. They blink. Huh. Well, I didn't think I that would explain why I was having such a shit yesterday. Thank you so much, young man.
No problem.
See you another time. And you see the elderly person make their way away, walking past you, Kree and Corey, as you guys play for a little bit more, and with a little bit of a attempt of a flourish, their fingers aren't quite as nimble as they wish they were. They they attempt to flick a coin into the bag, which they do not succeed, as they when they try to flip the coin, it spins, but it just immediately lands on the ledge of the table as they continue to walk, and the coin falls off onto the grass.
Oh, they did their
I
best.
I pick it up and put it into the bag.
And
Uh,
you notice, Anchor, as you pick it up, it's an electrum.
God damn it! I fucking knew it. I was counting down. Mm-hmm.
Someone say Electrum.
Anchor
This
just
video game I'm
chuckles.
playing.
Anchor just
Oh, sorry,
chuckles
Anchor.
and says that, oh, Angus would get a kick out of this.
You notice, Anchor, as you plop the Electrum into the bag, there's 7 more pieces of Electrum in there.
Why?
Maybe.
Hang on, I gotta do something real quick. Hang on.
Oh, everyone just died of laughter. We are keeping that.
I'm playing
Uh,
Immortals Feast Rising, and in the game, the currency you use is Electum. So Hermes is always like, "Do you have some Electum to spend?" And every single time, I'm like, "Fuck you! I wish I could push you out of the tower."
Alright, I add 2 of my
Yeah.
own Electrum to the bag, so that way it's a full 10.
God damn it!
That leaves me with 1 Electrum.
For later use.
So 10 Electrum. I'll have to math later, but so Kree, are you still wanting to play?
Kree's gonna kind of like look at Corey and see if he wants to keep going, because she's used to playing for very long times because it was the only way she was able to eat some nights.
Mm.
But since that's not like like she doesn't have to worry about that right now. She's more just like doing this for fun. She's gonna gauge and see like what if Corey wants to keep going, because if he doesn't, then she's good to stop.
Yeah. No, he is definitely in the mood to keep playing. He's digging this, like, because he's also loving like the company, especially with you and Anchor, considering the bonding that you guys had last night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in that case, she's ready to keep going then, because she does enjoy playing.
Right? I need you to roll performance.
Gotcha. That's a 28.
Natural
Oh,
20
hell
for
yeah.
Corey.
Woo! You guys are better than the Beatles.
According to the internet, everything's better than the Beatles.
I disagree.
Whereas one of the members of the Beatles said
Beatles.
that they were better than Jesus Christ.
D
Justin
the
Bieber's.
Justin
The
Beatles. Mm, yeah.
Beatles. I'm gonna call them the Beatles from now on and forevermore.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. They are the Beatles.
The Beatles. As you guys continue to play, and with Corey's
Hey, we're the Beebles.
and with Corey's skills, as you two end up playing for a few hours more, towards the end of the time of you guys' most recent round of playing music, it is now about 5 in the afternoon, early evening, and you guys have
Cool. What time does
accumulated
sunset?
sunset. Well, I don't know. How about you roll me history?
Gosh dang it, I gotta roll to know when the sunset is. Okay, not bad. Okay, what's my history? That's an 18.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half.
Okay, so it's 5 o'clock. She's got an hour and a half. Okay. All right. I want to say like yeah. When it gets to this part that Kree is actually she'll be done playing for.
Yeah, and by this time you have accumulated Um, 3 more gold pieces.
Oh, 3 gold.
Hallelujah.
Don't say Electrum. Don't say Electrum. Don't say Electrum.
Please say Electrum.
Nope. I'm kidding.
Okay, so that was 3 gold and 10 Electrum in total.
Yes.
Plus some
Which?
more.
Oh, how much are you putting in, Anchor?
No, I just thought you were said. I thought there was more than just the 8 Electrum in there.
Well, okay, so there were originally the 8 Electrum, and then you said that you put 2 more in there to make it an even 10. And now with the final round, they've accumulated 3 pieces of gold on top of that Electrum.
So wait, what you're telling me is that these orcs put in 8 Electrum all together, and this bag.
This bag, okay, the coins aren't really that large and they're not really that heavy.
Do they only operate with Electrum here?
I mean, you
I
saw a
think he's
few gold
asking if the orcs
pieces.
were being stingy or not.
You saw a few gold pieces.
I did, but this, there's a. This is like the second time we've encountered Electrum in the white prize.
Just a lot of Electrum here. Which I'm sure Angus is going to be thrilled about.
No, he's not.
Oh, I am so excited to see him.
Sarcasm.
That
Oh my God.
Siobhan,
You can never get rid of Electrum. You can never you live with them
Yes.
forever.
Siobhan, Angus, you two begin to walk back to the mess hall as all of you actually begin to notice that people are starting to prepare for an open dinner. As you see some people beginning to cook a few more like group meals for all the people.
Okay, so can I just say, once they're done playing, Kree's she's got a lot of nerves right now. She's kind of like jumpy nervous right now.
Oh,
She's kind of looking around specifically for Angus. She's looking around for Angus, but like she doesn't want to just like leave just like all the money they just accumulated. It's like she wants to make sure that gets divvied up first.
mm-hmm.
See, again, she's very used to not having money or anything. So it's like she does kind of see that as important. And there's a other reason why she wants to make sure she gets a little bit extra money, which I'll reveal at a slightly later time, but yeah,
Yeah.
she's sticking around right now, but like she's looking for Angus.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Angus, crack.
Hello,
Sorry,
friend.
friend.
Alright, so yeah, Anchor, Kree, along with Corey, you guys see Siobhan and Angus making their way back to the open mess hall.
How do we want to divvy up the money we need?
Um, I mean, we made a decent amount. How can we divide this evenly by all of us?
Yeah, I bet you're feeling bad about all that electum now.
The 10 Electrum could be split two ways.
Hmm.
Corey and Kree. 3 gold, however, can't be split as easy.
Anchor.
What? What are you looking at me for? I didn't earn this. You did.
Yeah, but you gave us 3 gold and that makes it uneven.
I didn't give you the gold. Someone else did.
Wait, what?
No, Anchor
Oh,
gave us
derp.
the Electrum. He gave us the
Derp.
2 Electrum.
Corey did a derp. Ah.
He saw money being put in there and just figured it was Ankor.
Yes.
Don't sell yourself short.
Hmm. Uh, okay. Okay. You know what? And Corey pulls out a little satchel from his side, opens it, plops one gold piece inside. Okay, there. Now the gold is even. So, yeah, 5 and 2 for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 50-50.
But
She kind of like looks at.
No buts.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. And maybe the next big store for like a instrument or something, we can find something that you can splurge over.
Okay.
So yeah, does Kree see Angus come back?
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
Uh, I have to go talk to Angus. I'll be back.
Okay.
And she runs. She kind of like she puts away all of her stuff in her bag and runs just a little too quickly towards Angus. Like she's trying not to seem like she's hurrying, but she's hurrying. She's definitely.
What's wrong? Why are you rushing? What's going on?
Can we talk now? In
Yes,
private?
yes, of course. Siobhan, I'll speak to you again later today. I'm certain.
Oh, wonderful. Uh, have a good talk, you two.
I suppose we will, I hope. Let's go back up to our room. I don't think Yorga is going to be awake for any of the conversation anyways.
Yeah, Kree just starts like takes Angus's hand and just really just kind of starts going towards the inn again.
Okay. We're going back to the inn. Going back.
Well,
And
back at the
again.
ranch. Yeah, as you two go into your guys' room again, you you notice that Yorgia, thankfully, she's changed positions, but she's still very much asleep.
All right, cool. She's not dead. Kree's not concerned with Yorga right now. She has many other things on her mind.
Yorga will be fine, I am sure. She just passes out like this sometimes. Angus just assumes she's narcoleptic at this point.
All right,
Like
so
every time she's trying to wake up, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's just like, well, sometimes we have an awake Yorga and sometimes we don't. That's just facts.
sometimes we have a wake Yorga, sometimes we don't. It's a good quote.
That is a good quote.
Now,
Yes.
Angus, in not uncharacteristically, but like definitely not common for him, puts both of his hands on Kree's shoulders and goes, "What's going on? You are panicking and worrying."
She's kind of like breathing fast, but she's trying to like calm herself down enough.
Well, um, I don't know how to say this.
All right. What? How about
Remember,
this? Oh, go ahead. No, please. If you have an idea, go right ahead.
remember when taking a bath and I told you that I, I I had to leave my home because I was considered plague?
Yes, I remember that.
Well, my tail isn't the only reason I was called plagued.
Oh, all right.
Can can you can we promise to try not to tell the others? I really don't want them to know yet.
Bree, you, as always, as my mic falls, have my word that I will never speak anything that you tell me in confidence, just as you have promised me the same. Now, tell me what's going on, and maybe I'll have some way to help.
uh, it uh, uh, on on the new moon, uh, I I transform. I can't stop it, and I it's the reason why I had to leave home because I couldn't control it.
Uh, all right.
Uh, control the transformation. I'm okay after I transform. It's just I'm in a different body, and it kind of hurts for a while, but I'll be okay in the morning. But I don't change back until the new moon is gone.
Mm. Well, that is. Hmm. Since you don't want anyone else to know, I can assume that you're wanting me to help you hide it.
She nods.
All right. You are in full control when you are transformed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So there will be no need to tie you down, for example. Not that I think you're
Mm-mm.
dangerous. All right. All right. Hmm. Well, then, simple enough. You will stay in the room until the new moon is done.
Okay.
And if anyone asks, I'll just say that you're having your time of the month and just simply can't travel. Not even technically lying.
Yeah.
As you two continue talking, looking out the window, you do notice the change of color in the sky as sunset is quickly approaching.
About how much time does Kree have?
Half hour.
Half hour. Cool.
Would,
And
would
we
you like to
is
go,
that
go?
include quick question. So we determined that like after sunset, it's about I can't remember, was it 10 minutes or 15 minutes after that Kree is?
15.
15. Cool. So is it like 15 minutes till sunset and then the 15 after sunset, or is it like 30 minutes till sunset and then she has the 15?
30 minutes, then the 15.
Okay. Cool. Got it.
You two want to keep talking.
Would you... No,
And Kree doesn't really know what else to say at this,
excuse me.
unless Angus has questions.
Would you... Would you like to be alone when you transform, or would you like me to stay in the room?
I don't want to see. I usually hide under.
That's perfectly fine. If that's what you wish to do, then I will help you facilitate. Um, since the sun is setting soon, I'm going to leave the room and head downstairs and let everyone know that you're not feeling well and that I shall be helping take care of you. And afterwards, I will come up and knock on the door, and you will either come in or.
Mhm.
And then I will stay in the room for as long as you want me to, and if you wish to be alone, I'll let you be alone.
you, Angus.
Of course, of course, of course. You're putting a great deal of trust in me, and I appreciate it.
I'm worried how anyone will react, because it nobody's ever react well or
I understand that concern very well, and trust me, I am sympathetic.
Cree kind of like quickly just hugs Angus again. It's very quick. She doesn't hold on at all, but it's a quick, tight hug.
Mm.
Angus holds on.
Oh! Ah!
Uh,
My heart!
You're gonna make
he
me cry.
he sniffles a little bit as he hugs her back tightly, and then lets her go, and then quickly turns his face away from her and wipes at his face a little bit, and he goes, well, if you'll excuse me, I will be back for too much longer. I'm going to head downstairs.
okay. I have about 15 minutes after sunset before I transform.
All right, all right. That will help me keep things in perspective. Would
Thank you
la?
again, Angus.
You are very, very welcome. And thank you as well, Cree, for trusting me.
She smiles. Angus.
Angus gives an awkward smile back, like, yeah. And now he's gonna go downstairs.
As that is going on, Angus, as you begin to leave, uh, Anchor, Siobhan, what are you two doing as the uh, supper meals are being dispersed by the cooks? It's a pretty rudimentary, um, basic kind of fire grilled chicken with a few vegetables. Some of them, unfortunately, a little charred, but it makes for some flavor. There's not really a lot on the spice department, but food is food. And there's also ale. There's a shit ton of ale.
Anchor requests that 2 plates be saved for his 2 friends.
Hmm. What are you doing, Siobhan?
I am getting myself a meal, or getting myself a plate and a drink. And I'm wondering about what implements I'm going to need to perform the rite to talk to my goddess.
Roll me history.
Okie dokie. Nine. Blech.
You don't remember at the top of your head. It's been a long time since you last talked with your goddess. Now thinking about it, it's the last time you probably talked to her was before the battle. But with what you can remember, especially given the symbolism of your goddess, a song could do. If you could find a candle, that'd be even better. You don't remember your goddess being that particular of of kind of pieces. You do have a dagger or you used to have a dagger that could work for an athame. You do have a candle and a block of incense in your inventory.
Right. Okay, I guess I'm gonna wing it then.
And also, do not forget you do have your holy symbol.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yes, I do.
So yeah, how much of that ale you drinking?
Not a lot, because I'd like to be present for what's about to happen.
Fair enough. Anchor, how much of your drink are you drinking? Are you drinking ale or are you drinking water?
Water.
Fair enough. And then there's Corey who's downing ale as he's eating, which he is doing perfectly fine. Corey looks at you for a moment, Anchor. You know, I'm so surprised that I got you to drink last night.
Mm, I figured, why not? It's a celebratory drink.
You want to have another one? I mean, considering we're waiting on your parents, we're probably going to be here a while.
I'm fine.
Fair enough. I don't. As much as it was kind of fun, kind of poking at you last night, I don't want it to get old.
Mm, Thank you.
Where's where's Korean Angus? As Angus, how close would you say you are to where all the food is being had? Angus, you muted.
I realized that. Yes, yes, yes. I was muted. Hello. Yes, I was the mute. Um, I mean, he is heading directly towards where everybody else. Basically, tell them all to stay the fuck away from their room for the night.
Corey kind of looks at you for a sec. Angus, hearing this, he's like, "Oh,
Well, that's not how he says it. I said that's where he's heading.
Yeah, eh,
well." When you get over there, you see Corey, Siobhan, and Anchor having, in your eyes, some very, very plain ass food.
I came down to. What are you all eating?
whatever the white price provides.
Uh,
Pretty much, yeah.
um. Oh, that is an answer. Moving on. Um.
I saved you in Korea, please. Wait, speaking of, where is she?
That's exactly what I was coming down here to tell you all. Cree is going to be up on our room for the rest of the night. She's having her time of the month.
Siobhan nods knowingly.
Yeah,
Corey looks at you suspiciously.
I mean, I'm not lying. She's having her time of the month.
Oh, well, then I'll bring her plate up to her.
No, she's kind of wanted some privacy, and since we're already sharing a room, she asked me to bring her up some food. As
Oh,
much as
all
it is
right.
appreciated, she wanted to be alone for as much as possible this evening.
All right. Anchor does not question this at all.
So, but come morning, she should be fine after everything passes, and there we are.
Corey looks up at the sky for a moment, thinking of things, looking to you, Angus. If you say so, tell Cree that, I mean, we're open to chat or get her things if she's in a lot of pain.
I have some herbs up in the room for her right now, but if she needs anything and I am indisposed, I'll be sure to let her know that.
Okay. I mean, I would give her, like, some incense as well, but I seem to have lost mine.
You, you lost your incense. Where did your incense go?
I mean, it must have been like a month or so ago, anyways. Uh, I I use incense as like a little bit of aromatherapy when I'm having to deal with similar things because I do not like them. It's not fun at all. I really don't want to deal with them, but unfortunately, there's not so much I can do. So I just try and use the smell of my favorite incense to make me not focus on it, and I thought maybe that could be something Cree would like.
With you would when you
Wait, oh no, did I forget?
did you
I'm
do you
Yeah,
with
you. Yeah, Corey, you just kind of outed.
do, do,
I
have-
okay. I'm
I'm
among people
I've,
that I
I'm
am.
going to go upstairs and check on Kree now, and
I mean, I
Angus
trust
grabs both
people.
plates and goes straight
I
upstairs.
trust people. It's not. I mean,
He's
it's
already
just,
gone. He's already
Yeah,
gone.
Siobhan,
He's already
Siobhan,
gone.
yeah,
Siobhan comes over and like puts her hand on Corey's shoulder and is just like, stop, just stop.
just being honest. I mean, it's not fun, but I
Y-
do still deal with it.
Corey, Angus is gone.
Sorry.
Honesty's not the problem. It's timing. It's all right.
Mm, as
Hey,
as you
Corey.
go back to. Mm,
Mwah.
mm.
I'm
Though
just gonna be hugging.
I'm kind of I'm kind of concerned. Aren't those points supposed to be at the full moon, not the new? As Angus, you make your way back to the inn with yours and Kree's servings of food. As you look up in the sky as you go through the first doorway, the the final 15 minutes are starting.
Excellent. I sit outside the bed, the room, waiting for her to tell me that I can come in, but I don't come in before that.
Do you want me to roll my save now or
No, I'm gonna have you do that when the time comes.
All right, okay. Cool. Do you want me to tell you what Kree is doing right now, or do you want that to be like just send that to you? Because I could explain what she's doing right now if the party wants to know.
I do. This party wants to know, please.
Enlighten me.
Of course, we want to know.
No, we don't
So-
care about Kree. What are you talking?
So, considering it's the last 15 minutes, Kree crawls onto her bed just to make herself as comfortable as possible. She does crawl under the covers, just completely covers herself with the covers up to her head. Um, she takes off her shirt, but that's like it. She keeps her skirt on because that's easy to crawl out of. But the shirt can get a little messy sometimes. And she's just kind of like tensing herself, just like she knows what this feels like. It's not pleasant, and she's just kind of like getting herself ready for it.
As you're dealing with this, Angus, how are you going to try and let her know that you're at the door?
I am not yet because I know for a fact it has not been long enough. I thought downstairs would trip, but then people started talking about things that Angus has too much going on to talk about or even fathom the existence or possibility of.
Well, we'll say for the sake of time, you make it up to the door. Only only like 2 minutes passed. You muscle memory has gone pretty quick.
I knock on the door and go, Kree, is it safe for me to come in?
Is it 2 minutes past sunset?
Yes.
All right, So about 13 minutes left.
13 minutes left.
It, do,
Not yet. I'll
what?
try and let you know when it's okay, but sometimes I pass out, so I might if it takes me a while, you can come in, okay?
All right. Otherwise, I'll just sit out here on the floor. Don't mind me.
Thank you again, Angus.
You're very welcome, Cree.
As the as the
Vibrating with
conversation
excitement right
turns
now.
to silence, time with everything going on, the stress, the tension, the fear of what's inevitably going to come almost makes the air around you guys stop as the time seems to stretch on forever, and for a moment, Cree, you wonder if maybe it might not happen this time. Maybe you might have a free shot. With how long this has been going, you contemplate on whether this could be a safe month or a not so safe month, as you
A safe month has never happened for her before. It's a hope, but like deep down she knows like it it's only a matter of time.
yeah, as time continues to pass for Siobhan, Anchor, and Corey, it seems to go by too fast as you dig into your food still, having a few more drinks, mostly water, others a few sips of ale, but nothing that'll get you too too drunk.
I'm doing it begrudgingly because there's no spices to this. There's no class.
Romy, Romy Constitution.
What? What, me?
Oh, derp. Derp. I thought you were. I had a derp. I just want.
I,
I
I'm just
really
eating
wanted to
food
see.
begrudgingly.
I don't know. Okay, I really want to see drunk Anchor fight me. But
You know what? Fine. Get Corey to convince Anchor to drink.
Considering how easy it was last time, I don't think that'll be hard.
This can only end well.
Corey, and every so often, just while all of you are eating, Corey kind of puts his elbow to your side, like Anchor, like into one of the spots to where your armor actually doesn't cover, so he's actually getting your side. He's like poking you like every few minutes.
This has happened a lot by the time that he's groaning. Fine. I'll take some ale.
He looks around trying to find a spare glass that has been poured by one of the other folk. He sees one, grabs it, and he slams it right in front of you, and you realize this is about double the size of the keg as what Corey has.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have to have this whole thing and do a few.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I take a few gulps from it.
Roll me Constitution as Corey goes chug, 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 chug.
Now that's encouraging. I'm gonna have to roll twice now. Oh no!
Oh no, what'd you get?
Okay, I rolled both of my dice. One of them is a 6, which adds up to 8. The next one is a total of 5.
Yeah, this is getting you good. You're not to the point to where you're like hella drunk, but this you feeling good.
Oh man.
Now you're feeling it, huh?
Corey,
Hmm.
I just want you to know that I love you. Like, a lot.
Love you too, big guy. As he leans into you.
No, no, you don't get. Let's say I love you this much, and he stretches his arms out, but my arms don't stretch far enough.
Baby boy, he says, stretching his arms up to kind of wrap his arms around your shoulders. Baby, we're
Yeah,
boyfriends.
we are. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Now, Siobhan, how are you taking this spectacle?
Oh, she's just laughing. She's not trying to stop it.
Joanna, I think you're amazing. I love you too.
No, I love you too, big fella. Pat, pat.
Yeah.
Polly Q. You hear Corey kind of whispering.
Probably cute.
Corey kind of looks at you, Siobhan, for a moment. Wait, have you ever seen Ankor drunk before?
No, Anchor avoids alcohol.
No, not even in the barracks when we were together in the guard would Anchor get drunk. I was usually one who got drunk, and he was usually the one who carried me home.
That was fun. Noodly Siobhan's fun.
Fun times.
Oh, nice, very nice change of pace, I guess.
Whee!
As you guys continue your little time of fun, Cree, it's time to roll that
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Awesome. Let me pull up my character sheet. Oh boy.
What'd you get, Valkyrie?
I actually rolled a 19, so with my constitution modifier, that's a 21.
Nice. Okay,
No passing out for Creed tonight.
no passing out, and with everything going on, and how well you were kind of able to psych yourself up for what's to come, and also feeling relieved in the trust that you have. There's a combination of emotions that just accumulate to where the pain
that she's
is
probably-
still the pain is still there and it hurts to high heavens, but you manage to not really make any sounds as every part of your body is morphed, and the sounds of everything cracking and misshapen, reforming is disgusting, but you manage to keep yourself mentally there, kind of thinking happy thoughts throughout everything until in about in about 5 minutes max, it's done.
She breathes heavily, just kind of like, growing reaccustomed to her current shape. She she unclaws herself from the sheets that she was definitely gripping with a lot of force.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like experimentally like starts to get up just to see
You
like how bad it is.
you definitely still feel wobbly, but you can walk.
Cool. So she slides out from under the covers and out onto the carefully onto the floor.
Do you make your way over to the door?
Yeah. Kree goes over to the door and she paws at it as loud as she can. She tries to make enough noise to let Angus know that it's okay to come inside.
Yeah, you kind of extend your tips a little bit to create uh, to help make like those scritchy sounds on the door.
Scratches at the door. And yeah, she scratches at the door and just
Oh, all right. I guess that's time then. And I open the door and I go inside.
And you
on the
see, no,
actually
go for it, Val.
on the yeah. So on the ground is a cute little cat with a calico like fur pattern. Um you know, the others will have to roll, but Angus can tell that since they have shared a bath together. Angus can tell that all of the markings on the cat are the same markings that Cree has all over her body.
Huh. That. Huh. Not what I was expecting. But not not a problem. Just do. I have dinner. And I come in and shut the door.
I sent a picture to the chat if anybody wants to see.
We have to show that in the video.
Yes. And with that, as the rest of you conclude your own nights, as Anchor, the first time being drunk for as long as you can remember, Corey having to help get you to the inn, Siobhan, you dreading the night to come as you wonder how things may fare with your nightmares, as we are going to end tonight's session.
Sivan,
Cliffhanger.
Sivan,
Yes.
I just want to let you know everything's gonna be okay. You may not
Aw.
think it, but everything's gonna be okay.
Thanks, Anky. I know everything is gonna be okay. You're right.
Because we are gonna get through this together. And he stumbles onto Corey.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yes, together, yes. We'll do it.
Give us that new fancy name.
The Postal Karma!
Woo!
What a fantastic way to end tonight's session.
Yup. I agree.
Everyone finally knows. All of the party knows of Cat Cree.
I love it.
No.
Kitty Cat Cree.
She is very fluffy, just like her hair.
Only the players know right now.
Yeah, only the
Yeah.
players know.
Yeah, only the players know, but like that's what I
Yeah.
was waiting for.
It's going to be so funny when Yorgia wakes up.
Why is there a cat?
Like,
Yeah, okay,
oh,
so-
hello!
Hmm.
Why is
You
there a
ready
cat?
for
Where's
Ang-
Cree?
Angus? Okay, so here's the thing. We really can't keep this a secret from you.
No,
Well-
Angus is gonna be like, Cree stepped out for a bit because he made a promise, damn it.
Oh. Did you see the other pic I sent after the cat Cree?
Yes, my heart.
It's too cute!
Yeah.
So cute. I love it.
All the feels tonight. Not as bad as last week, but
Yeah. Different
Yeah.
feels.
yes.
Also,
We're not
we
all
should really.
screaming at our monitors tonight.
That is
we sh-
true.
Speaking of, we should end this recording, should we not?
Yes. So with
Oh
that,
yeah.
we are going to conclude for this little episode. This has been Tyler, Robin, Austin, Valkyrie, and Melissa.
Goodbye.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Yay!
Bye.
Enjoy your long rest.